Today, I'm gonna be showcasing what's on my iPhone 16 Pro. I already know the iPhone 17 is set to release next month, and this video is gonna be Asian like milk. But really and truly, this video is just to showcase iOS 26 and just showcasing my entire home screen setup. Needless to say, let's begin. By the way, the wallpaper is in the works. It's not officially out yet, but I am working on a brand new wallpaper pack. You guys can check out my older wallpaper packs. Links will be down below. And one of the highlights of iOS 26 is a total redesign to iOS off rip. But the beauty thing is you can really change the way how the clock looks, so you could drag it all the way down. Some wallpapers, it looks absolutely amazing, but for my wallpaper here for now, I think it looks good that it's partially like this. And you can also, of course, you could change the thickness of it too, so you can make it a little bit bolder or you can make it a little bit more thinner. And right away too, just the animations on iOS 26, it just looks nice and bubbly. And I don't have any widgets, I don't have any toggles or anything like that. I'm a minimal guy, I'm a simple guy, and you guys are gonna see that throughout this video. Finally get into the home screen, I'm getting YouTube comments, I'm getting notifications. One of the highlights of this update, of this beta, is actually gonna darken the wallpaper so you can see your notifications a little bit more clearly. So without further ado, let's get into the home screen. So let's take it off to the beginning. This is the first page right here. Usually the first page, I just have a bunch of widgets. So this is the widgets that I like to use from a day-to-day, or just take a quick glance at. Or really and truly, you have your widget page here, which I really don't use at all. I wish I could disable this altogether, but the best widget for this, in my opinion, is the battery widget. So I can showcase all of my battery percentage within my iPhone. So my AirPods, Apple Watch. Now, attention to detail here. I'm moving my device around. It's actually reflecting, like the light is reflecting off the widget. So attention to detail here on iOS 26. And let me tell you something. Once you use iOS 26, it's hard to go back to previous iOS's. Once you go liquid glass, it's hard to go back. First widget I have on the top left is Flighty. This widget, or this app I should say, is amazing. I mean, let's launch it up. You guys can see like all of my flights here. So I have connecting flights and I have flights to Vegas. So I'm always traveling all around the world. So it's always good to see, you know, the countdown and the quick glimpse. And even when the trip is in session, it shows like your baggage claim number. Is going to give you information on your flight, and it's even going to tell you if your flight is going to be delayed even before the actual airline get to, hey, it's delayed. So this app right here is an absolute staple. It is a yearly subscription, but I am so close of purchasing the lifetime subscription. It's really that good. Right next to that, I have my sleep widget. This is an official Apple app. This is just a health app. I always sleep on my Apple Watch every single night. This just gives you statistics on what's going on and if you having good quality of sleep or not. And in the mix of that, actually, I am testing out the Galaxy Watch here. So video on this coming soon, I promise. Underneath that, underneath the Flightly app, I have Amazon. Now this is actually glitching out. Usually it show a picture on what's coming. I'm always ordering things on Amazon all the time, so it is nice to see, okay, this is coming up. Next to that, I have ChatGPT. You guys know what ChatGPT is. It really took over the internet. I mean, I use ChatGPT every single day, asking it questions, and you can ask it anything. Literally, when I say anything, you can ask it anything, and pretty much, I would say 99% of the time it's gonna give you an answer every single time. Underneath Amazon, I have my Vitals, and I gotta say, this is basically kind of similar to the sleep, but it just maintain your health so you can see your blood oxygen, if your heart is pumping at a typical rate. So everything is looking good. So yeah, as you guys can see here is a collection of measurements such as your heart rate, your respiratory rate, your wrist temperature, all taken by the Apple Watch. And then next to that, I have my fitness. Speaking of keeping things nice and healthy, I'm always going to the gym 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And yeah, we crushed that workout today, closed all my circles. Let's go. And just to let you guys know, I'm not capping. I go to the gym every single day. Today's Thursday and the time is recording. Wednesday, boom. Thursday, boom. Now Monday, I didn't wear my Apple Watch that day because I'm actually testing out the Galaxy Watch too in the mix of things. So yeah, I'm always in the gym. Now my next page here, you guys can see, is presented with a motivation quote. For me, you know, sometimes we go through a lot of things in life. We need that little bit of motivation. Underneath that, I have the date and I have the time. I'm constantly always looking at the calendar. This one here is from MD Clock. And then I have the weather. This one here is from Boring Weather. I think this is the best weather client there is, just giving you the forecast on what's there to come, just a week forecast. And then if I swipe it again, it gives you the actual temperature right now outside, 72 degrees, it's clear. It's a beautiful day right now, actually. And you guys can see the way I positioned this widget, you can still see the sky, the palm trees, the sunset, while it's just not covering it with the liquid glass. And then underneath that, of course, I have my apps and then the widget there, kind of going along with the liquid glass, as you will, with the water and the liquid. Yeah, you guys see what I did there. Now getting into the apps, finally, widgets aside. I have YouTube. You guys already know what YouTube is. Then next to that, I have X or Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Simplypops. Then I have Amazon, always going on Amazon like I mentioned before. And I have the calendar app. Now the calendar app, sometimes I like to just see events that's coming up. Like usually I'm always attending New York City events, so I always lock it into my calendar. Underneath YouTube, I have Instagram, and then I have my messages. I am not opening up my messages, not right now. Well, actually I am, but let me hold on. There, so now on iOS 26, you can actually have different wallpapers for messages. Now this is gonna be very laggy because I have the screen record on, and my phone is starting to get hot now, but yeah, the battery life isn't the greatest on iOS 26 right now, but yeah, essentially you can have custom wallpapers or preset wallpapers on iOS 26, and very conveniently you can see type-in indicators on group chats. Thank you, Apple. I mean, it took them long enough. And I think overall, people are gonna love changes to the iMessage on iOS 26. Just everything just looks so beautiful. Like, it looks so nice. Right next to messages, I have my TikTok. Also follow me on TikTok at Simplypops. I have my YouTube Music, which I'll argue that I like YouTube Music better than Apple Music, but thanks to this update on iOS 26, you have the auto mix feature. Get into the next page. By the way, I don't have any apps on my dock. I don't need it. I really don't need anything on my dock because everything is so front and centered. Point A to point B, all of my apps are right here that I use. I don't need any app on the dock. If anything, I wish I could disable the dock and have nothing there so I could really showcase that wallpapers. In the next page over, I have my home app, so I could be able to turn on and off the lights. So that light, the line light is off. I have my nanoleafs here, so that's turn off the nanoleaf here. You guys can't see that. So I could control my lights on my phone right on my home screen without going into an app. Right here on the home screen, which is amazing at night. Underneath that, I have my Apple Music. Apple Music has one of the best qualities on any music streaming service, but Apple took it up a notch. They added in auto mix. So auto mix is kind of like those DJs where they blend the next song, but they leave the previous song playing and start to fade. Auto mix is probably one of my favorite iOS 26 features, just because I'm a music lover. I love listening to music pretty much every day. So having that auto mix feature, it just makes the music so much more better. Then underneath that, I have my YouTube Music yet again. Now, by the way, this is something that if I tap on it, it's gonna automatically start playing. So this is my recently played songs on Apple, YouTube Music. So I have my Photos app here. I have my Notion. This is how I get all my work done, all the planning, all the sponsor deals and scripts and everything. YT Studio is basically just for me to read the comments, study my YouTube analytics. And I have a folder here indicating for traveling. Like, it's so many airport apps. So you have JetBlue, Delta, American Airlines, you know, and then you have the TSA app, then you have Uber. It's so much. I figure why not just put it into one folder. Also, the settings. I'm always opening up the settings. Underneath that, I create a folder called Create. Same thing with creating apps. There's so many apps out there to like create content. So I have an app to control my camera, control my studio lights. And then next to that, I have an app called Club Life. This is just my gym app. I use it to scan the QR code so I can sign in when I get to the gym. Wow, I've been going to the gym 583 times. This is my first time seeing this. And of course, on top of that, I have the camera app. I'm always taking pictures, but To me, I really don't use the camera app. I just use my control button on my iPhone 16 Pro. And that's why when I switch over, you're gonna see I have the Final Cut Pro app. So, or Final Cut camera. So Final Cut camera, you can change the ISO, the white balance. I have Playground here. I only use this one time for making a video. I haven't used it. I really don't see myself using it like that. And on top of that, I have my mail. So this is just all the upcoming mail that's coming up. And by the way, this is just the official mail app, just due to Apple Intelligence. You know, you can summarize things and things like that. So that's why I have it as a widget. No stacks on this one. Right next to the Playground app, I have something called Apartment List. I love this app. If you're looking for an apartment, I think this is the app to go with. It's gonna really showcase what's like this app is gonna showcase what's gonna be the best apartment that's gonna fit you. So you can check off certain things. If you want an in-unit laundry, boom. It's gonna curate it. It's kind of similar to a dating app where you swipe left, you swipe right, and you just find different places that is interested, that's interested to you, or maybe. And then at the end of the day, you could go through the list and kind of review all your apartments that you selected, or even the maybes. Next up, this might be my favorite Apple app. We have sports. Now, there's no games that I'm interested in. Really, there's no games at all. But once basketball season start back up, or whatever season, football season, you're gonna see all the games listed here. And this is another app that really showcases the dynamic island. You can see the scores right on the island. All right, I have this app called Aroma Plan. This is just my oil diffuser. I don't know if you guys are gonna hear in the background, but it keeps the room smelling nice and fresh every single time. So I have essential oils. It comes on periodically and it stops, and it lasts a very long time, and it's strong. Not strong that it's gonna give you a headache though, but it's really that good. And then I have the lifestyle app. I'm not even gonna open that up. That's just in the folder, just lifestyle things. And then I have the preview app. This came with iOS 26. So yeah, this is just the preview app, very similar to macOS, where you can view documents, annotate things and whatnot. But it's nice to see it on the iPhone. But I think it really shows guns when it's on the iPad, just because of the Apple Pencil, and you know, you have like different preview menus and stuff. And last but not least, I have games. I'm gonna be honest, once in a blue moon, I might play some games on my iPhone, but this is very rare, like very, very, very rare. But when I do, maybe it's nice to kick back, play some games on my phone. But lately, I've been gaming on my Galaxy Z Fold 7. I love that phone, man. It's hard to put this phone down. This is phone of the year in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna save all of that for the review. I try to keep things nice and simple, but keeping it aesthetically pleasing too as well. So yeah, that is what's on my iPhone. Let me know down in the comments down below if you have any questions or concerns. I'll answer them right away the best as I can. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Simplypops. And make sure you guys subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this one, and especially for the iPhone 17 that's coming up next month. I have a lot of work to do, so you guys don't want to miss no videos going forward.